What's good? What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Fares Muthana, and welcome to another great edition of Good Friends, Better Rivals. Today we are breaking down. It is preseason week 1. The New York Giants play tomorrow at 10 a.m. against the Buffalo Bills, and the Dallas Cowboys play 4 o'clock. Caleb, 4 o'clock? No, is it 4 o'clock?
Yeah, it's at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock against the Los Angeles Rams, but they did have a joint practice. The Rams and the Cowboys did. I think the Bills and the Giants did not have a joint practice, so there's that. But we have a lot of news and notes going through it, position battles, what we're looking for, what we're just watching, because it is preseason. So let's not get too ahead of ourselves. But
no, we gotta make big statements.
You know, well,
we gotta overanalyze.
Fun fact, actually, the New York Giants won preseason. What's up, Adelia? Had this wide receiver. Name was Victor Cruz. He exploded in the game against the Jets. He ends up getting hurt that year, right before the season. So they put him on IR. Then in 2011, his first year playing full-time with the New York Giants, he led the team in receptions and won a Super Bowl. So it could happen during preseason, but we'll see. But those are the magical moments of preseason.
Yeah, I mean, Dak Prescott became a star in preseason.
Yeah, well, that's because someone decided to kill Tony Romo, but that's not the.
And then Cowboy broke his leg.
Yeah. Didn't Tony Romo? Isn't that how he won the starting job?
What?
Didn't Tony Romo, the guy, get injured before Tony Romo?
No.
No? Okay. I thought he did. My bad.
Bledsoe just sucked, and then they put in Romo.
Oh, damn. Drew Bledsoe was that bad? That's crazy.
Do you not remember that Giants-Cowboys game?
No, I don't.
Oh, yeah. You're probably too young.
Yeah, I was too young, yeah.
Yeah. It was the Cowboys-Giants, I think, on like Sunday night or Monday night or whatever. But yeah, he was doing tons of interceptions, getting sacked. He wasn't doing anything. So then they take him out and put in Romo. Romo immediately throws an interception, but then he starts to look good.
Didn't Tony Romo also fumble the snap against Seattle in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Was that the year prior or that year?
That was that year.
Yeah, it was that year. Yeah.
I cried that year.
Yeah. What's up, Leo? You know what game I do remember though? I remember the Giants game against the Eagles where we sacked Donovan McNabb 10 times. That was great. Just mauled him. Yeah, wherever you are, Donovan, suck it. But I I don't know. I just disrespected Donovan McNabb. But I digress. But Caleb, let's break it down, right? Just join practice.
Yeah.
Are you part of the camp, right, where I've heard coaches say they prefer joint practices to preseason games?
Probably because the starters actually play in the joint practice, so that they get more of an evaluation of seeing the starters actually out there against another team, unlike preseason games where they're not out there at all.
I have been seeing some concerning videos out of Cowboys training camp. I do know that Devontae Adams is Devontae Adams, but your DBs are just god awful.
Yeah, Devontae Adams sliced them up into little pieces. Well, that just shows you the because of the injuries. I mean, our starting guys aren't out there. I mean, Trayvon Diggs not practicing. Siobhan Revel is not practicing. So we got a lot. I think there's another cornerback that was hurt. So yeah, it just shows you that. I mean, we have big concerns at corner because of the injuries. Even Stephen Jones had an interview today or yesterday or whatever, and even he admitted, I didn't think he would actually admit it because one of the reporters were asking him, I don't know if you're actually going to reveal what our strengths and weaknesses are. And he said, "Yeah, I'll go ahead and tell you. Our weakness is quarterback position." I'm like, wow, that's actually the first time I didn't hear a load of bullshit from Stephen Jones' mouth, because he's actually saying that, he's
it's clear as day. It's not like he can sit there and lie, because at some point you can't lie. You just can't. I mean, it's like when the Giants were that's the problem with the New York Giants for 6 years. They lied about yes, the offensive line was bad, but that quarterback wasn't very good. And they lied to themselves for 6 years. For 6 years, they lied to themselves. You know? And it just didn't work. You know, honestly, it's the owner's fault, if we want to be honest, but they don't want to blame themselves. So at least Stephen Jones didn't lie. So that's good. And and every fan can know that, yeah, they're not very good at the back end. They're just not very good. So at least, yeah, try to address it, fix
I
it.
mean, the only thing we can fix is get healthy. The
Yeah.
corner's got to get healthy. Diggs got to get healthy. Rel's got to get healthy. And
Did you anticipate this crisis?
yeah, I
Or
mean, they came in not healthy. You drafted a non-healthy cornerback in the third round,
so
or and then you already
he
knew
tore his
Diggs.
ACL.
Yeah, and you already knew Diggs was hurt. So,
So is that okay then? But then here's the thing, to Caleb. It's not even hindsight,
but
because we knew this
they
at the
did do
time.
things. I mean, they traded for Kyrie Elam, whatever that's worth. They did
Hmm.
do that. Um,
But then why draft an already torn ACL cornerback? Why not draft a cornerback who was healthy?
because he's probably the top guy on their board at the time that they took him, because he's
Hmm.
supposed to be the first round cornerback, but they took him in the
Yes,
third round. So
because of the ACL. Yes.
he's the highest guy on your board. You're going to take him.
I understand that, but you needed an immediate need. So
Yeah.
like, you know, so basically, like, what you're telling me, it used to be like, to beat the Cowboys, you need to run the ball, right?
Well, you can still do that.
Yeah, you could still. That's the thing. You could still do that. Plus, now you can pass the ball on them. How you doing, Rogue Pod, gentlemen? What's up? What's up? So I just feel like was short sighted to draft an injured cornerback when you knew that was a massive need. You going into the draft, Caleb. Clear
Well, that's
needs.
why Jerry Jones has been so angry and taking a lot of shots at Diggs for his recovery process of him
Mhm.
not being in the facility. Because maybe if he was in the facility getting rehab, maybe he would have been out there week one.
Yeah, well, well, we don't fully know that.
Well,
You know.
that's how what Jerry's thinking when he goes and drafts, like you said, a guy who
Mhm.
is coming in hurt. Um, yeah,
How you doing,
that's my sister in
Adriana?
law.
That's your sister-in-law. Oh, what's welcome? We were just talking to you about.
It's about time she watches. I don't think
Oh, it's
she's ever
about time. Yeah,
watched.
call her out, Caleb.
I don't think
Call
she's
her out,
ever
man.
watched
Well,
this
you know what?
whole.
You know what? Call her out, because after the story you told me about your brother, don't please don't. Let's not do that, because not gonna lie, kind of scared of. Is it Steve? Not Steve.
Steve, who the hell is Steve?
I don't know. What's your brother's name?
Well, he's a junior, but
Oh, he's Leo.
yeah.
Y'all call him LJ or just Leo?
Well, I don't call him Lee. I call him
Yeah,
Lance.
yeah. Oh, she always watches. Oh, she's calling you out, Caleb.
That's just
Call him. Call
that
him
is
out,
a lie.
Adriana.
That is a
Call him out.
lie.
Call him out. She
She
said,
has
"You a
never watched the
liar.
show.
You a liar. You a liar." What are you saying, Wild Fares? What do you mean? I'm on her side. I'm on her side. I'm on your side, Adriana. Because you're busy, because she got kids too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you busy. You got kids. I know you may not be always watching. It's fine. I'm okay. Yeah, I don't know why you gotta do that to her, Caleb. That's not cool, man. It's not cool. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, man? I'm trying to stay on your brother's good side. What's wrong with you? Not cool. Not cool, man. Not cool at all. I do know his brother.
You don't
Actually, no, I don't know his
you've
brother.
never met him
I've
before.
never.
What are you
I
talking
don't.
about?
No, exactly. I don't know his brother. You know what I mean? I've actually never met his brother, so you can't really say I didn't. Of course, I didn't know his brother. Yeah, you're right. Stories. I hear he's a cool guy. You know what I mean? Well, not the story. You know what I mean? I hear good stuff. So the DBs, they stink.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Any other notes? How about your linebackers, bro? Your
Yeah.
linebackers
Well, I
haven't.
mean, that's not even the most concerning part. Because obviously, with the injuries, we're going to get healthy. We're going to be better eventually.
Eventually.
Eventually, we're going to be better. So that's not even the most concerning part of what happened in the joint practice. The most concerning part is that we still can't stop the run. Like, that's the most concerning part. That's still nobody's hurt there. Those are the
They
starters.
just suck. They just
Those are
suck.
the starters.
They just suck.
Those are the starters. That's the starting team of the tackles right there, and they still can't stop the run. That's what's concerning.
Yo, man, is this defense gonna be historically bad, isn't it? No, no, he
No, I don't
no,
think it's
no, he
made
wouldn't.
worse.
No, he wouldn't. Rogue Pod. T-Mobile wouldn't remember. You know why I know that? Because the man has like 6 concussions. He doesn't remember what he had for breakfast. Okay, all right. So it's whatever. That's my brother. I
I
love him
don't
to
think it's
death.
gonna be historically bad. Was what we had in 2020. That was
Yeah,
the worst Cowboys defense in Cowboys history. So it's not gonna be that bad, but it's
it
not
could
gonna be.
be.
It's not gonna be great.
Well, Michael. What if Michael doesn't play?
He has Ziraku.
Really, the rookie Donovan Ezaraku? Is that
I mean, he's
what
looking
you're
good, bro.
doing?
I mean, he's looking good.
So you're basically saying like, let's move on from Micah. We have Donovan.
No, we're not moving
Yeah,
on. We're not
exactly.
moving
That's what I'm
on.
saying. Yeah. So Donovan don't be nothing. Don't talk about your brother. I love my brother. I love him to death. Actually, I'm gonna hang out with him in 2 weeks. Don't talk about your brother like that, Fares. I know he knows I love him. But yeah, I feel like you're screwed, dog. Because we ain't even talking about your linebackers. Who are your linebackers? Jack Sanborn.
Jackson Bourne, where's Leo Fowl and Kenneth Murray? They weren't bad. I mean, once the running back got through the line, they were stopped by the linebackers.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
That's good. Yeah, a linebacker
linebackers
who's
did their
making
job.
a linebackers making tackles down the field is not. It's whatever. It's always the I call it the Chris Borland conundrum. You remember Chris Borland? You know what I mean? You know when that game he had like 25 tackles. Caleb, you remember that? He's like, oh, he had 25 tackles. Like he retired 2 weeks later.
Yeah,
19 of those tackles where the running back was 10 yards down the field. So they were kind of like there were empty stats. You know what I mean? They're good for fantasy, 25 tackles. But in an actual game, yeah, I had 25 tackles, but we didn't stop the run at all. I was tackling the guy 15 yards down the field, 10 yards down the field. You know what I mean? I'm thinking this defense is going to be really bad this year. It's going to be a bad defense. I think you're going to have to do shootouts.
yeah, probably.
Yeah. And no offense, but is your offense equipped for a shootout?
Well, that's going back to the other side. We can't run the ball either because that's.
Unfortunately, Jadon Blue fell injured 2 days ago, correct?
Yeah, he messed up. But
yeah,
probably not gonna play in the preseason game.
probably not.
Sucks. But yeah, none of the running backs can really get really free. Yeah, that defensive line was kind of getting through pretty easily. So yeah, they weren't very good. The one
I'm just laughing at your pain for this entire 13 minutes.
Okay, yeah. The good part is we still got a whole month to fix this.
Yes,
We got a whole month. We got a whole month to fix this.
Preseason, you mix and match.
At least right now we know that we're not very good.
Yeah.
So fix those parts. We got a month to do so. Going into the Philly game. So hopefully we do. Maybe it looks different in the preseason game. Maybe go look out and they get it turned around in just a few days. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, Javonte Williams finds pre-ACL step, but I don't think that's possible. Adelia was very happy for them to move on. You know what I mean? So there's your connection. He's former Denver Broncos. It's him and Miles Sanders. That's what it is. Miles Sanders is serviceable. He had 1,000 yards in Philly, but any running back can have 1,000 yards in Philly for the past 5 years. You know what I mean? Legitimately, I think Will Shipley can get 1,000 yards if Saquon Barkley wasn't in front of him. You know what I mean? Kenneth Gainwell does the same thing. If they become the number one running back, if Saquon goes down, Philly's going to get you 1,000 yards rushers regardless. I think that's the problem with Miles Sanders. He's a good running back, but he needs an overwhelming offensive line. Like Saquon had 1,000 yards in New York with a below average to horrible offensive line. You know what I mean? So that's how you know Saquon Barkley is a little special. Exactly, Tony. He did nothing in Carolina but steal money. Exactly. Because that offensive line was meshing. It was 2 new guards, Ike Aquanu, and then Taylor Moton, and a new center. So they were meshing. They were meshing still. They finally meshed, but he'd already been supplanted by Chuba Hubbard. So he's already lost his job. So he didn't matter. You have the Tylers. Tyler cubed.
One of the Tyler's hurt now.
Yeah, one of the Tylers is hurt. Ironically enough, the bad Tyler got hurt. The other two Tylers, well, one's a rookie. The other one is Tyler Smith. So we don't know if Tyler Booker is good. We don't. Let's just be real. We don't. We think he'll be good. We hope he'll be. Well, you hope. I hope he sucks. I hope he's one of the worst guards ever.
Like
I
your
hope.
guards.
I hope what happens to me
you
happens
hope
to you.
He's like your guards.
No, I hope he is. I hope he is to you what Evan Neal was to me. I thought Evan Neal was going to be like Evan Neal in that draft. Everyone said he's the best overall tackle. He's the best. Charles Cross, best pass blocking. Ike Ekwonu, best mauler, like run blocking. But overall, Evan Neal's, and he didn't pan out. I hope you get bit by the Alabama offensive line curse. You know what I mean? The Cyrus Kwanjos, like those that didn't really pan out. So I hope so, but we'll see. We'll see. He looks mean and nasty.
One, yeah. But moving on, the one bright spot we did have is the passing.
You got a bright spot.
Yeah, the passing game was awesome. We tore them up as much as they tore us up on defense. We tore them up on our passing game, getting the ball to CeeDee Lamb. He was catching touchdowns. George Pickens was catching touchdowns. Even the dump offs looked good. So yeah, Dak was looking good. Even Joe Milton was looking good. He threw a 75-yard touchdown pass to Jalen Brooks. That was like a huge bomb, huge play during that joint practice. So the passing game looks good, which going into obviously we knew that was going to be probably the best part of the offense. And like you said, are we going to have to get into shootouts? And are we going to be able to win? Yeah, if the passing game is going to look that good, then yeah, I think we can compete there. So I have no issues with that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to how it looks in the regular season with the duo with CD and Pickens, because right now in practice, and it's only practice, I know, but it looks really good.
Yeah. Oh, we got a Giants fan. Shout out to Seti079. Do you think Abdul Carter's rookie will be more electric than Odell Beckham's rookie? I don't think it will be. Not because he's not because if he pans out, he's going to be a great player. I think the thing is, it's going to be a lot of rotation on that defensive line. So the snaps around that defensive line are going to be constricted. Odell Beckham Jr., he became the best receiver on the team right away. And it was his room. He became receiver number one. Abdul Carter is rotating with Tibbs. Sometimes he may rotate with Brian Burns. Like, what if they take Brian Burns out and put Tibbs and Abdul on? Or they take Abdul out and put Tibbs and Brian? Or it's going to be Brian and Abdul with Dexter Lawrence. Like, Dexter Lawrence is the mainstay. Sometimes he gets taken out for run stop, a little breather. Like, you can clearly see when Dexter Lawrence is off the field is when the team runs at the defensive tackles of the Giants, because they don't do that when he's in the game, because they know he's going to be there. Like, I remember literally we were against Philly. Philly kept running outside, right? They kept running outside. Then they let Dexter Lawrence sit out for 2 plays, and Philly ran up the gut twice. Like, right, because they're like, what's Raheem Nunez Ruchez going to do? Nothing. He did nothing. I don't understand why he's still on this team. He's done nothing. Like the defensive tackle that behind Dexter Lawrence isn't very good. But Abdul it's not gonna be as electric because it's gonna be the rotation. They're gonna rotate. His snaps aren't gonna be like Odell's snaps. He missed 2 games, Odell. That's what's crazy too. He missed 2 games with shin splints. But then game number 3, boom, right away.
Is it very electric if you guys sucked, I hear?
Well, he was electric. He was very electric. He actually broke the rookie receiving yards record in 14 games. So he was very let's not act like Odell Beckham Jr. wasn't an electric killer.
I mean, I don't know how much electric. I mean, obviously it didn't power the team to win any games.
He was pretty electric.
The electricity wasn't flowing.
No, absolutely. Seti, absolutely. If he creates sack fumbles, he gives us great field position, that would be a game. Absolutely. I'm 110% with you. But it's how often is he going to be on the field? You know, because of the rotation. If they just make him the starter right away and they give him most of the snaps,
I
I
mean, how good is
understand
he
that.
during the run game?
Huh?
How good is he in the run game?
What do you mean?
Well, that's what determines how much he's gonna play.
Abdul Carter. You know, exactly,
Yeah.
Abdul Carter. That's the thing.
If he's
He
gonna play the
looks
run well, then
yeah,
they'll
he
leave
looks
him out there the
solid.
whole time.
He looks solid. You know? Did he wait, no, Odell Beckham Jr. did not. Hold up. What? He missed 2 games. What are you talking about? I must have his rookie year. Oh shit. Oh, he missed 4 games. Oh wow.
Yeah. See how much of
With Schimsmans.
yeah. See how much
Yeah.
you were a fan.
I was a massive fan. I thought he missed only 2 games.
Well,
But here's the thing too.
he was
But then it elevates it because he missed 4 games and still broke the record. He averaged 108 yards a game. Exactly. That's what he does when he's on the field. Exactly, man. That's the thing. Said, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I'm a big fan of Abdul Carter. He looked very good against the run in the run fits in camp. He was completely mauling the defense, the offensive line. You know, I should know more. You because you don't. You don't know
I
more.
mean, he did. He
No, he
literally
didn't.
just
No,
did.
because here's the
He
thing.
literally
No, he
just
didn't.
did no
No,
more.
he didn't. Because he asked me a question, I gave him an answer. Then he's like, he didn't know it off the dome. He had to go research it like a.
You
loser.
so did you. You literally just researched it.
You know, I was wrong.
Yeah, like
I
most
thought I
of
was
the
right.
time.
Yeah, I was wrong. You know what? I mean, at least I can admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong. Self-scouting. I was wrong. My bad. Sorry. But I think Abdul's he's gonna be the thing. That's the thing is, but the thing is, shut up. I hate you, Tony. You know what, Tony? I'm gonna tell Adelia to quit. All right, because she doesn't need to deal with this pain and suffering. Okay, all right. You know, or you know what? You should pay her more. That's what you should do. But that's the thing here is, what's my thing? I lost my train of thought. God damn it. Abdul Carter. You know, exactly, Teddy. It's that pretty much, Teddy. I'm with you, man. It's controlling the game. The defense is gonna win us some games. The defense is gonna win some games. Taking some deep shots. That's the thing. The offense, there was no stretch element. There was no stretched element, right? Because defenses, the safeties in the corners, they're like, Daniel Jones isn't gonna throw deep. So they didn't have to play deep. They weren't scared of this. You know, Jalen Hyatt Jalen Hyatt ran past corners for the last 2 years. And they weren't, you know, no, I'm not a deal. I'm trying to get you more money. That's why I switched it to quitting to get more money. Because I quickly realized, self-scout, I quickly realized, no, I'm not. So Jalen Hyatt would be running past wide open. But the DBs and the safeties were like, you're useless. Because he's not going to throw you the ball. You know what I mean? Well, you didn't steal her away. She's still here. So I don't know what you guys are even talking about. So like you can zip it. So like the DBs just would laugh. Like they'd be like, what are you doing here, bro? Because Daniel Jones would be like, I can't pass him more than 20 yards. What y'all didn't watch last night? The Colts game? Nobody watched that game last night? Where he kept underthrowing people, throwing hitches in the dirt. Like that was Daniel Jones for the last 3 years in New York. There just wasn't a deep threat. Russell Wilson is going to throw it deep. And you know what? If Russell Wilson can't do it, Jameis Winston will. Jameis Winston will throw deep. If they switch out Russell for Jameis, they're going to throw deep. Now the defenses now have to back up, which frees up more space for the running game. Tyrone Tracy Jr., Cam Scatterbo. And then you sustain drives. You get the defense on the bench more so they can catch their breath. That was the problem. Defense would have a good couple of series, but then they would have to get back on the field right away because Daniel Jones couldn't convert a third down. The offense couldn't convert a third down. It was 3rd and 15, or was it 2nd and 19, and it was useless. So you're like, I just got off the field. Russell's gonna help you control the game. You know what I mean? It's gonna help you control the game. Is Russell Wilson Seattle Russell Wilson?
No.
No.
Definitely.
But is he probably better than the last 6 years of QB play we've had? Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. You know, I kept thinking about it, Caleb, I remember last year during the Commanders games. It hit me yesterday. We can beat the Commanders. Because last year in one of the Commanders games, the reason we lost is that we couldn't hit a field goal because Graham Gano got hurt in the game. So Graham Gano got hurt in the game last year in one of the Commanders games. And we had to have our punter kick field goals. And Jaden Daniels, the wonderkind, barely beat Daniel Jones by 3 points. But if we hit a couple of those extra points, we win the game. But we couldn't because our kicker got injured in the middle of the game.
Will Washington fall off this year? Because Cooper Rush.
I think they do.
Because Cooper Rush beat Washington too.
No, that's what I'm saying. I saw last year. I saw the quarterbacks they beat last year.
Yeah, they had that streak of when going into the playoffs, they were like,
it was awful.
Yeah,
those quarterbacks were awful. That's not happening this year. You're not facing Daniel Jones twice a year. Funny enough, too, Daniel Jones, he only beat the Washington Commanders, and you barely beat Daniel Jones last year. Our kicker had to get hurt for you to win one of those games. Shout out to the homie Seti. Fares, think about this. Shocking the NFL, winning the first 2 games on the road. Being 2-0 going to Monday night home opener against the Chiefs. The crowd will be crazy. We will beat the Chiefs. You know what, Seti? The Commanders. Hey, Caleb, you literally spent 15 minutes talking about how your defense sucked.
Okay, I'm not talking about the Giants beating the Chiefs. That's even more hilarious.
Okay, beating the Chiefs, maybe a stretch, Seti. Maybe. But 2-0? As Russell has never lost to Dak.
Yes, he did. We literally beat him in a playoff game.
When?
In 2018, Dak beat the Seahawks in the 2018 playoffs.
Let's check it. 2018, 2019 playoffs?
Yes. We
We
beat the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah. You guys beat them 24-2. 24-22. Oh yeah, he did. Oh, that was the Jared Goff Rams Super Bowl year, regular season. Well, game's the game. Said he did beat y'all. He beat you in a more important game. So we'll see about that. So yeah, but here's the thing too. You literally spent 13 minutes talking about how your defense sucked. Like you have no corners.
Well, we're talking about the Giants now, so.
Well, you know what? We'll see. But I think we beat the Commanders week 1 because I started thinking to myself. No, because I started thinking to myself, you barely beat Daniel Jones last year.
Yeah.
The Commanders barely beat Daniel Jones last year. In one of the games, we didn't have a kicker. So we didn't go for extra points. We went for 2-point conversions because Riley Leonard. No. Was that what? No, not Riley Leonard. He's the quarterback. Who is it? What's our punter's name? I completely forgot our punter's name.
Yeah.
He's our punter. Jamie Gillen, the Scottish Hammer. So they let him kick one field goal first. He shanks it, Caleb, in that game. Shanks it. And then they were like, you know what? We can't kick because he can't kick. So we'll go for 2-point conversions. Dak is the only quarterback not in the NFC East not to play in an NFC Championship game. That's true. That is true.
What are you talking about?
Russell has, Jalen Hurts has, and Jaden Daniels did one last year.
Yeah, well, the Giants still haven't beat Dak since 2016. So
that is true. That is true. Said it. We've only beaten him once. We've only beaten Dak Prescott once.
You haven't beaten him since 2016.
Yeah, that's why I said once. 2016 was a once.
Well,
it's the same thing.
That year.
Huh?
It was twice that year.
We beat y'all twice?
Yeah.
So we have whoop that ass, baby.
Oh yeah, like 10 years ago.
But yeah, man, I think we've talked about the Cowboys enough.
We weren't even talking about the Cowboys. We were talking about the Giants for the last 10 minutes.
I know, but exactly. So we've moved on. We're now talking about the New York Giants. Now it's their preseason matchup. You know what? Before we move on, that Caleb, you're against the Rams. Who are you looking for in the preseason? Like, what are we doing?
Well, Jaden Blue is hurt, so I was looking forward to him, but now I'm not going to play. That was a big spot I was going to look towards. Is
Mm-hmm.
we got to get this running game going. So the
Yeah.
running back position was going to be something to keep an eye on. But now that he's hurt, it's going to be like the Phil Maffa show.
Hey, yo, Phil Maffa. Yeah, I remember Phil. Yeah, he looks slow. Is he
Well,
slow?
we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't. It's hard to tell because they're not. They're just tapping them. How do you know? Like,
You don't know if someone's faster or not. Yeah,
yeah, because they're not bringing them to the ground or anything.
yeah.
Because it looks like maybe he could break the tackle. Maybe he's getting close. I don't know. So it's hard to tell on those running backs. That's why you can only really see it in the game. How well the running game is doing. So yeah, I still want to see what goes on there. I'm not sure if we're seeing the starters or not. Hopefully we do because we usually don't, and that hasn't really worked out too well. So hopefully we see a little bit of them. Um, yeah, no, on defense, I just need something with those defensive tackles to have any type of hope that we can stop the run. We need something to show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who it is. I mean, Perion Winfrey's been looking good. So if he can show that, he looks just as good as he played in the UFO and how well he's been doing in training camp. Because they said he's probably the best one out of all the defensive tackles that has been playing the best. So I want to actually see that if that translates into the
Mm-hmm.
game. And yeah, just the DBs, man, it's rough. So if any one of them can do something, shows a little bit out there, that'd be great to see. But yeah, and obviously as Raku, like we've heard a lot of talk during training camp about how well he's doing, how fast he looks,
Mm-hmm.
how he gets to the line. So yeah, definitely want to see that actually in the game against the Rams. So yeah, and I don't know if the Rams are going to play their starters or not. But I hope they do, so I can see a look against starters. So, but Sean McVay usually doesn't, right? He's one of the ones that
No, he doesn't.
he doesn't play them all.
He started the don't play your
Yeah, and we're
starters.
definitely not seeing Stafford because Stafford wasn't even out.
I think he's
He
hurt.
hasn't
I
played
think
anything.
Stafford's hurt.
Yeah, he hasn't taken a snap in all of training camp. So it's just gonna be Jimmy Garoppolo out there. So we'll see how well we do against him. But yeah, those are the things I'm just basically looking at our weaknesses because,
Yeah.
like I said, the passing game I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good going into the season, so I'm not worried about that. So really just looking at the concerns going into this game.
Yeah. Perfect. League it. I think that so pretty much, now we're gonna previewing the New York Giants, what I'm looking at. Seti, I've been saying this for years, man. Law of averages. The Giants are beating the Cowboys. I've been saying this for years. And every year something always bad happens. I was so excited that one year following the playoffs, I was like, yo, man, we're gonna shock them opening night. We're gonna shock them opening night.
Nope.
40-0.
40-0.
40-0, man. I was like, I literally said to myself, Caleb, after the game, I think I was talking to you where I said, yeah, season's over. Season's over. Season was over. Yeah, like there's that photo of Daniel Jones on the bench, like head down, and he's like in his hands, and it's like pouring rain. It's like the saddest photo I've ever seen in my entire life. I felt bad for Daniel Jones. I was like, yeah, I feel bad, dog. That's crazy. But yeah, I think mostly it's Abdul Carter. Jackson Dart is gonna get the start. So him and Tommy DeVito are probably gonna play. Fucking Tommy DeVito.
Tommy DeVito.
Nah.
Tommy Collins.
But really, those are the main guys, right? What you said, I agree. He put exactly. Something happened. I remember his first game against Tampa Bay. I don't know if you remember. It said is it Seti? It's Seti, right? I hope I'm saying it right. He has is that Mark Bavaro in his shot? I think that says 89. 89. Yeah, he let it rip in his opening game against Tampa Bay. First start, his opening, he was confident. He was throwing the ball deep. He saw an opening rushing lanes and he ran. Like you saw, like, oh my God, he's confident, man. Like I think we found somebody. And then somehow, some way, I generally think Joe Judge destroyed him. That Jason Garrett, Joe Judge duo completely destroyed him. Was he that great to begin with?
No.
No. But I think he went from fine to just complete ass after those two guys killed Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett, man. You know what I mean? Just what a horrible coach he is. And Joe Judge hired him as his offensive coordinator. Like, what are we going on, bro? Shout out to you, Seti, man. Shout out to the Giants, 50 years, man. Yeah, they messed him up. They messed him up bad to a point where he went from to fine to not good to bad. When you don't start with great, it happens. But yeah, but I think more importantly though, Abdul Carter, Jackson Dart, I think we need Marcus Bowe to pan out. Marcus Bowe being the 5th round rookie tackle out of Purdue. If he can be a tackle, because Andrew Thomas right now, it's not looking like he's starting week 1. He's doing a lot of rehab on his injury. They're probably going to move Jermaine Illuminor to the left tackle. So the right tackle spot's open. So Marcus Bowe, can he solidify that? Can, Josh Azudu, I can't believe I'm still talking about Josh Azudu to this day. Can he support or elevate the guard duo? The guards. And there it is, right? Guard, Evan Neal. This is his last shot. Everyone has been saying he's looking good in practice, Evan Neal. Everyone's been saying he's been looking good. And someone asked Connor Hughes, he covers the Giants and the Jets, what have you been seeing from Evan Neal? And he says, if practice Evan Neal translates to a game, the Giants have found a guard. So we'll see about that. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing, man. Abdul Carter has made every offensive lineman look stupid. Every time the offensive line looks stupid in the clips that they share, it's always Abdul Carter the one doing it. He's too fast for them. He has good counter moves. He knows how to do good angle. His pass rushing angles, something that people don't really talk about. Where to pass rush, where to step. When do you cross over? When do you split over? When do you go outside? When do you cut inside? He's quick. He's twitchy. He's fast. He's making them look dumb. But against everyone else, they've been pretty good. But guess what? You're not going against Abdul Carter every single time. You know what I mean? So thank God he's on your team and he's not playing against you. You know what I mean? But here's the thing too. He's going to help you fight the players on the other teams who are just as good. So it's iron sharpens iron. Evan Neal, that's what I'm watching. I'm watching Evan Neal all night. Big number 73. Him and Marcus Bowe, if they pan out, we have a life raft for the season until Andrew Thomas comes back. Because he's not coming back week 1. Because he's still rehabbing. He hasn't been practicing. It's been rehab on his injury. So Andrew Thomas, so we need to figure
that Russell Wilson, who holds the ball for as long as he does, is going to be okay with a backup left tackle.
But it's Jermaine Illuminor. It's not like it's like any backup left tackle. No, he played left tackle for the Raiders. He was their starting left tackle.
But he's not your starting left tackle.
Well, that's because Andrew Thomas was our starting left tackle. So
now you don't have Andrew Thomas.
I know, but he's not a seasoned left tackle. Stop with that nonsense, man.
How is that nonsense? You're putting a guy who's not your starter at left tackle. And
no, the problem is it's Marcus Bowe. Thanks to Marcus Bowe
for 50 years.
Marcus Bowe is the problem. Because Jermaine Illuminor came here as a left tackle.
Well, they're both the problem because you're creating two problems. You're creating a left tackle problem who's not your normal left tackle, understandably that he has played left tackle, but who's not your starter. And then you have another backup at the right tackle.
Shout to Seti. He said he talked about James Hudson. James Hudson is the backup left tackle. But are they going to make him the starting left tackle and keep Illuminor on the right side?
But that's the problem when you do that. When
you start shuffling.
Yeah, you basically create two backups. Even though, obviously the other one who moved is not a backup, but he is a backup
to that spot.
To that spot.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, Seti. John Michael Schmitz. I'm done with him. Like I'm done. Like, there's no power, there's no anchor to him. He gets pushed around. I need to see something from him because I'm thoroughly out. I'm done with him. Like, I've completely washed my hands of him. But yeah, man. But then here's the thing too. Like, someone that can make the team right here's the thing. Three players. Shout out to Art Stapleton. He has a good article. Shout out to the NorthJersey.com. Shout out to Art. He talked about 3 people that I didn't really think about. Jalen Hyatt needs to do something. Daniel Jones is no longer there. So you no longer have the excuse of my QB doesn't throw deep anymore. That excuse is over. It's over. That's the thing that's been keeping you safe. It's been the thing that's been keeping you safe. Because when Tyrod Taylor was in the Tyrod Taylor was in the game, he was looking for you. He was throwing deep, and you were catching it, and you scored multiple touchdowns in the preseason when they were looking deep. Russell's going to throw it deep. You no longer have the Daniel Jones doesn't throw deep excuse. I'm useless excuse. That doesn't exist anymore. Doesn't exist anymore. So this is the time for you to excite. I bring up earlier. I said Victor Cruz. He excited. It was against the Jets. He completely ripped apart the Jets in preseason. He ended up getting hurt, so we kept him on IR for the year. But the following year, we won a Super Bowl, and Victor Cruz was the best receiver on the team. So I'm not saying Jalen Hyatt is going to be Victor Cruz. That's not what I'm saying. But you can use the game to excite and then keep the momentum going. You can do it. The excuse is no longer there. You can do it. Exactly. Plus, Hyatt will be singled, covered exactly. They're going to be doubling Malik Neighbors all year. Like, it's going to happen. So that leaves Darius and him one-on-one. Darius Slayton, fast. Problem with Darius Slayton, hands. Jalen Hyatt, fast. Solid hands. Doesn't drop a lot. So can you be a better version of Darius Slayton? Now you're about 195, so you're not 170 anymore. You know what I mean? You're not skinny and scrawny, so you have a little muscle to yourself, so you start pushing off. Don't get pushed around. Don't get bumped off your route. I saw a video of him running routes in camp. His route tree isn't as undefined and unrefined as people lead you on to be. His feet were very good. Can he finally make that Cowboys coach eat his words?
No.
Well, we'll see. It's a question. It's a question. We'll see. But then here's the thing, too. The running back room. Cam Scadaboo's injured.
Already?
Yeah, he's hurt. He got hurt. Let me double check his injury.
Up in injuries. Cowboys.
Yeah, we have
injuries.
Yeah. So it's his hammy. But then Eric Gray's also hurt. So Eric Gray's his knee. So we only have Tyrone Tracy Jr. that I'm really okay with. Dante Miller, former running back from South Carolina via University of Columbia, which is the Ivy League school, which is crazy to me. He's fast. He can show you, he can help the running game by showing you another dimension. Because Cam, bowling ball. Tyrone Tracy Jr., kind of like a jack of all trades. He's also a solid catcher out of the backfield. He was a former wide receiver. But, if he was a former wide receiver and he became a running back, that means his hands weren't as good as people think it is. So we'll see about that. He's kind of like an all-around back. Turbo Miller, they call him Turbo for a reason. Change of pace, scat back, fast. Kind of a earth, wind, and fire thing that the Giants had back in the day. They had Brandon Jacobs, Ahmad Bradshaw, and Derek Ward. They had all 3 of them. They're all different running backs. Can this be them?
You said Cam wasn't Brandon Jacobs.
No, Cam is Brandon Jacobs. In this scenario, he's Brandon Jacobs. In this scenario. And Tyrone Tracy Jr. is Ahmad Bradshaw, but they're not better than them. They're not on their level yet. Because those guys were the best running back tandem in NFL history, in my opinion. Tandem. Well, who in Cowboys? You only had one. You only ran Emmitt Smith once, but it was it. He didn't have any partner.
Yeah, but I mean, we had like Dorset and what's his name? Forgot his name. Herschel
Calvin
Walker.
Herschel Walker and Dorsett were together.
Yeah,
I thought it was Calvin Hill.
I think he was on that team too. Might have been, but yeah,
Calvin
yeah,
Hill. Fun fact: Grant Hill's dad.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think he was a receiver though.
Calvin Hill's a running back. What are you talking about?
One of them, maybe it was Tony Hill that was a receiver.
Yeah.
One of them was
Scatterboo, how he runs reminds me of Jerome Bettis. That's valid. That's a valid point. But yeah, like
see, Tony says false.
whatever, man. It's opinion. That one's an opinion base, not a fact thing. So opinion, But yeah, that's the thing right there, man. Like, and lastly, last person I'm watching, Bo Collins, wide receiver out of Notre Dame. He's been impressing in training camp. Solid blocker because Notre Dame ran the ball a lot, so he knows how to block. He gets a little nasty with it. People like him, they need to work out on special teams. Bo Collins, Montrell Washington, Dalen Cambry, they're special teamers. With all due respect to Herschel Walker, is it really the best running back tandem of all time if you can't remember his name immediately?
I forget a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Bad memory.
Yeah, he does have a bad memory. Probably the beatdowns he got as a kid. Shout out to you, Leo.
I avoided the beatdowns.
Yeah, you avoided them. But yeah, that's the thing, because Bryce Ford Wheaton, special teams ace, last year got a kick. He blocked a kick to win a game. Bryce Ford Wheaton. It's actually on the channel. I called that game. He tore his Achilles, so we need someone kind of to like replace his special team prowess. So one of them has to fight for those reps, man. And then lastly, Jake Kubis. Him and Evan Neal have been fighting for the guard spot. The GM wants his first round pick to win the job. So they're giving Evan Neal every shot to win the job. And Evan Neal needs to win the job. But we need depth behind Evan Neal, and Jake Kubis is that guy. I really hope it is, because Kubis, he's coming in and out. So him and Joshua Zudu, Zudu has played tackle, but they tried to make him a guard. He was our left tackle for many years, But that's the thing, yeah, Kubis could be, at center. So John Michael Schmitz, he's also on the fire. This game, the starting offensive line should start this game. I don't think they're going to play Jermaine Illuminor, but I think John Michael Schmitz needs to play this game. And Evan Neal. They need to play this game. But that's just me. But it is right there. There has been games going on as we speak.
Yeah.
The Cleveland was playing. I think Atlanta is playing Detroit. But Shedeur Sanders started for Cleveland. So there's that. Cleveland's winning. And I believe, is Atlanta winning? I don't know. I don't know if Atlanta's winning. It doesn't really matter. The stars are not in. It's just a glorified scrimmage in front of everyone. Honestly, bro, you know what my biggest pet peeve of preseason games is, Caleb?
What's that?
They charge people for preseason games.
Yeah. It was actually pretty expensive going to that preseason game last year.
That's outrageous. That's outrageous. You're charging me to watch.
At least charge half. Charge half price.
Yeah, okay, I'll accept half. But full price? No. Personally, me, free. My own opinion. But but these people are, they're blood-sucking money grubbers, so they're definitely not doing that. But anything else, Caleb?
No, football's back. At least preseason football back. At least I get to watch football. So I'm happy about that. Excited for it. I can't wait.
I can't wait to. I don't like that our game's at 10 a.m. though. That pissed me off.
Why?
Why is it so early? on a Saturday.
So don't you watch your games at 10 a.m. during the regular season?
That's true. That's true. Seti, my two players I think could make Giants a playoff team if they play above average is Theo Johnson and Darius Alexander. Exactly, because Darius adds proper depth behind Dexter Lawrence. Where you take out Dexter Lawrence, you don't lose the fear of the defensive tackle. Because let's be real, man, when they take out Dexter Lawrence, teams are not scared. They run exactly right at our defensive tackles because they're not scared. Eagles literally did that. Theo Johnson, I don't know what happened to Daniel Bellinger. I don't know what he did to Brian Daboll or Mike Kafka to completely be relegated. He lost his job without playing bad. I remember his rookie year, he was a key cog on why that season was pretty good. They ran 3 tight ends. It was him, Tanner Hudson, and Chris Myrick. Myrick was the H-back, Daniel Bellinger was the tight end, and Tanner Hudson was the other tight end. He was more of the receiving tight end. And it made sense. It worked. But after his rookie year, they completely threw him to the wayside. I don't know why. I don't understand why. You know? Then they brought in Waller, but they could have still ran the 3 tight ends. They could have still ran it. So you make Waller, Tanner Hudson. You keep Daniel Bellinger, you know, and then, well, unfortunately, Chris Myrick broke his wrist that year. But you get another tight end, you can do it. That's why we got Chris Manhertz. Manhertz is making the team because of the blocking prowess of Manhertz. But you could have still worked it. I think they changed their philosophy because they got Darren Waller. And now Darren Waller, he decided to retire. Now he's in Miami, actually. So they changed their philosophy for him. But they shouldn't have. Make Daniel Bellinger, you know what I mean? So like, you know, but then the problem is Daniel Bellinger, he wanted to be Darren Waller, and I think, I don't know, it's like a mismanagement. It's completely mismanagement for Daniel Bellinger. I just don't. I think he's a good tight end. I think he was a solid tight end. I think he's a good caliber starting tight end. He showed you his rookie year, and I think him and Theo Johnson could work if you want it to work.
It's not going to work.
I don't think it work. You can run 22 personnel. You know, exactly. That was the problem. He had to block most of the time because he had to help Evan Neal out. Every single time they would motion Daniel Bellinger and park him right next to Evan Neal because Evan Neal would struggle with the edge rushers. But now let's see if we, because we don't want that, you know, a little chip and go, absolutely. But we want our tight ends to be tight ends. Like we need them to also catch the ball because you take out a weapon, you know, you take them out. But that's why every time, you know, like Travis Kelce, the tight end that's always with him is like the big blocking monster tight end. Because Travis Kelce, they're not gonna let that man block anymore. The man's 37. Or 6. He's done blocking. You know what I mean? You know, that's what it is, right? But then there's Rob Gronkowski, who's literally the whole package and probably the greatest tight end of all time. So there's that. Unless you disagree.
The greatest what?
Tight end of all time.
No.
Tony Gonzalez?
Yes.
I wouldn't disagree. I wouldn't do that. So shout out to that guy. But yeah. Theo, I'm really... Every time I watch Theo Johnson, you know what I mean? Thank you, Seti. I appreciate that, man. We're also gonna be live streaming after games.
Well, we finally got a Giants.
Yeah, finally got a Giants fan. You know, we had a couple of Eagles fans a couple weeks ago, but they left.
They left, yeah.
Miss you, Gary.
Once we stopped talking about the Eagles, and they
yeah. Shout out to Philly and Gary. You were missed. We'll be live streaming tomorrow after the Cowboys game. We'll be doing that. So there's that. But on that note, yeah, I think it's time to go. Yeah, you're Seti. Thank you. We gotta go. Head out. Theo Johnson, last note, every time I saw him running for a route, he would always be diving down low to get the ball because Daniel Jones would be throwing it in the dirt. You're tight end to 6'6". Throw it high. Caleb, where can people find you?
You can find me on...
Scratch that. Tuesday, 7 o'clock. and 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock first. Our soccer show's coming back. Starting 11 with Adelia and Snark. They're doing their English Premier League preview show. So make sure to join that. But then at 7, the following, on the same day, 7 o'clock Tuesday, new show on the Good Friends, Better Rivals, A Steel Conspiracy. Our main man, Suge Knight 323, is back on the channel. He'll be bringing us his thoughts on sports, mostly football. He's a Steelers fan. Makes sense. A Steel Conspiracy. Co-host Adelia. They'll be talking Pittsburgh Steelers, probably some Denver Broncos, UFC, card collecting, you name it. He's going to talk about it. It's more of a variety show. So come and have fun that day. Plus, tomorrow, live on our post-credits channel, the channel for our movie and TV show reviews, we're doing a live review of Captain America Civil War, 5 o'clock. So be there. Oh wait, I don't think I'm gonna be there, but be there. Why
aren't you gonna be there?
Because when the Cowboys game's at 4?
Yeah.
Oh, then it's gonna be 3 hours. So it ends at 7. Yeah, okay, I'll be there. Yeah, 5 o'clock, that's cool. I'll be there. So there's that. But on that note, thank you guys so much for joining us. 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern. 5 o'clock Pacific for starting 11, 8 o'clock Eastern for starting 11, 7 o'clock Pacific for Steel Conspiracy, 10 o'clock Eastern for Steel Conspiracy. So there's that. 5 o'clock Pacific for Civil War, 8 o'clock Eastern for Civil War. And then, we'll be popping up after the Cowboys game, which is probably going to end around 7 Pacific, which is 10 Eastern. So there's that. But on that note, everyone, Caleb, where can people find you, my man?
You can find me at NFLCaleb22 on Instagram and Twitter /ads. You can find me on this channel during the season. I'm doing betting the NFL every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. So tune in if you'd like to make some money.
Yep. My name is Fares Muthana. You can find me at Fares Muthana on Twitter. I'm going to try to tweet more during Giants games, hopefully. But I'll also be doing some play-by-play for Giants games. So make sure to join us during all the Giants games. Thank you for everyone that showed up. Shout out to Seti. Hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you. Shout out to Adelia. Shout out to Tony. My bitter enemy. Shout out to Leo. And shout out to, is it Adriana or Adriana? Adriana. So I got it right. Shout out to Adriana. Shout out to the Ochoa family for all the support. We appreciate you guys for joining us. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see y'all next time. We'll see you tomorrow, actually. Peace.